The smartest person in the room is rarely the one talking the most. We often mistake noise for competence and speed for intelligence. In reality, many of your daily habits are red flags of a shallow mind. These are the patterns of those who react rather than reflect. They are the behaviors of people trapped in the immediate present. Chapter 1: The Compulsion to Prove Worth. Low intelligence often manifests as a desperate need to be seen as right. Consider the habit of constant, unnecessary correction. When you jump to correct a minor typo, you aren't showing brilliance. You are showing that your focus is granular and pedantic. You prioritize the ego stroke of being correct over the substance of the conversation. Truly intelligent minds look for the core logic, not the surface errors. Another sign is the habit of finishing other people's sentences. You think you are being fast-paced and efficient. In truth, you are proving that you have stopped listening. You have already decided what the other person is going to say. This is a lack of cognitive flexibility. It is the arrogance of assuming you can predict the complex thoughts of others. Chapter 2: The Reactivity Trap. Low intelligence is slave to immediate emotional impulses. Think about the habit of getting angry during a logical debate. When the brain lacks the capacity to process a counter-argument, it triggers the fight-or-flight response. Anger is the shield used to protect a weak intellectual foundation. If you cannot entertain a thought without accepting it, you are cognitively limited. Similarly, the habit of complaining about unchangeable circumstances is a sign of low agency. The weather, the traffic, or the economy are facts of existence. A high-functioning mind analyzes these facts and adapts. A low-functioning mind believes that shouting at the obstacle will make it move. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of cause and effect. It is a waste of the limited mental energy you possess. Chapter 3: The Noise of Pseudo-Productivity. Being busy is often a mask for being incapable of prioritization. The habit of constant multitasking is a major red flag. The brain cannot actually focus on two things at once. It merely switches between them rapidly, losing data at every turn. People who brag about multitasking are bragging about their inability to go deep. They live in the shallows of their own potential. Another habit is the constant checking of notifications. You have outsourced your attention span to a machine. If you cannot sit in a room for 10 minutes without external stimulation, you are not in control. Your mind has become a passive receiver, not an active processor. This is the death of deep thought. Chapter 4: Social Mimicry and Herd Mentality. Intelligence is characterized by the ability to stand alone. The habit of following trends without questioning their utility is a sign of low cognitive autonomy. You buy what they buy, say what they say, and hate what they hate. This is the safety of the herd. It requires zero original thought. Consider the habit of using buzzwords and jargon to sound sophisticated. If you cannot explain a concept to a child, you do not understand it. Complexity is the refuge of the insecure. Simple, direct language is the mark of a mind that has fully grasped the truth. People with low intelligence use big words to build a wall between themselves and their ignorance. Chapter 5: The Blame Loop. The habit of externalizing failure is the ultimate ceiling on your growth. When things go wrong, the low-intelligence individual looks for a scapegoat. It was the boss, the partner, the luck, or the system. They never look at their own choices. This is because self-reflection is painful. It requires the cognitive capacity to hold two opposing ideas. 1, I am a good person. 2, I made a terrible mistake. A weak mind cannot resolve this tension, so it rejects the mistake. The habit of refusing to say I don't know is another major indicator. To admit ignorance is to admit a temporary vulnerability. But intelligence knows that I don't know is the starting line of discovery. Those who fake knowledge remain forever ignorant. Chapter 6: The Obsession with Small People. Eleanor Roosevelt once noted that small minds discuss people. The habit of constant gossip is a massive drain on intellectual resources. When you focus on the failures and lives of others, you neglect your own path. Gossip is a cheap way to feel superior without doing the work. It is a social drug for those who lack the imagination to discuss ideas or events. Highly intelligent people are focused on systems, theories, and creative solutions. They don't have time to care about who is dating whom or who made a social blunder. If your primary source of entertainment is the misfortune of others, your mind is starving. It is starving for substance. Chapter 7: Immediate Gratification Habit. The ability to delay gratification is one of the strongest predictors of cognitive ability. The habit of spending money before you have it is a sign of low temporal reasoning. You prioritize the feeling of now over the security of later. This is the marshmallow test played out over a lifetime. Low intelligence is often a failure to simulate the future effectively. You cannot see the consequences 5 steps ahead, so you take the easy path right now. The easy path usually leads to a dead end. Truly intelligent people live in a state of constant investment. They sacrifice the comfort of today for the power of tomorrow. Chapter 8: The Fear of Nuance. The world is gray, but the low-intelligence mind sees only black and white. The habit of oversimplifying complex issues is a defense mechanism. If you think every problem has a simple solution that everyone else is too stupid to see, you are the one lacking depth. Nuance is exhausting. It requires you to hold conflicting truths simultaneously. It requires the humility to admit that some problems may not have a perfect answer. Low intelligence craves the certainty of a binary choice. Us versus them, right versus wrong, left versus right. This binary thinking is the hallmark of a mind that has stopped growing. Conclusion: the path to cognitive sovereignty. Intelligence is not a fixed score, it is a series of choices. It is the choice to listen when you want to speak. It is the choice to observe your emotions rather than being controlled by them. It is the choice to be comfortable with being wrong. If you see these habits in yourself, do not despair. Awareness is the first step toward transcendence. Stop performing for others. Start questioning your own biases. The quietest mind often has the most to say. Stop chasing the noise. Start seeking the truth. The world does not need more loud voices. It needs more clear minds. Intelligence is the ultimate form of freedom. Break the habits that keep you small.